Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Annie Z with What If Naruto Was a Saiyan and Neglected Part 6. So guys, where we last left off was Naruto completed a wave mission during which he had unlocked the legendary Super Saiyan transformation, thinking Suki had died. He had returned to leave and was now training. So let's get started. We now see the outcasts apart from Hanabi training together when a light appeared before them and it died to reveal Whis and someone that looked like Naruto with the orange gi on. Yo, I'm Son Goku or Kakarot, your older brother, and I need your help, Naruto, Goku said. What, Kakarot, is that you? Why are you here? You're meant to be on Earth, not on planet Elam. And what is Lord Whis doing here? What's going on? Asked Naruto, confused. Yeah, it's me, Kakarot, and we need your help. I sense your Super Saiyan power from my planet, that's how powerful you were. And you see, we're facing Beerus the Destroyer, who's looking for the Super Saiyan God. We found out how to make one. We just need to put 6 Saiyans. We only have 5 though. So please help me save my world, brother, Goku said. You don't need to beg, Kakarot. I'm your brother and I'll help you. As long as my friends can come with us, Naruto said. Sure, Naruto. I don't want to separate you from your girlfriends, Goku said, making Naruto and the girls blush. We should do this quickly. It is unwise to keep Lord Beerus waiting. Is this all your friends or are there any more that are going to come with us? Whis said. Oh, there's one more. She's been distant lately though, Naruto said sadly. Whis' eyebrows raised. He didn't like the sound of what was happening and what would come next. Naruto, Whis, Goku, Suki, Rose and Yariko walked to where Hanabi's power level was. She wasn't at home, but she was in a building, a random building that none of them has ever been to. Whis put up a power barrier, sensing that there was something wrong. Naruto walked closer to the room where he heard muffled sounds. Thinking Hanabi was relieving herself, he waited, but then he heard, "Oh Hanabi, I'm much better kisser than my stupid brother, aren't I?" A voice that sounded like Memma said. "Don't forget me," another voice said, that sounded exactly like Sasuke's. Naruto's power began to leak as he punched the door open to see Sasuke, Kiba, Neji and Memma making out with Hanabi. They looked to see Naruto pissed off. They were shitting themselves in fear. "Naruto, this isn't what it looks like," Hanabi said. "Shut up, you ugly, stupid slut. I gave you everything. My love, my heart, my trust, and you broke it. I hate you, you freak," Naruto said as he turned into his legendary Super Saiyan form and then went beyond that to legendary Super Saiyan 2. Naruto then jumped towards Memma, punching him full force, punching his head off clean, as he then kicked Sasuke in the dick and brought his leg up, splitting Sasuke in half, like Trunks did with Frieza. He then grabbed Kiba with his tail and proceeded to beat Kiba with light punches until his body broke. He then went to Neji. "You disgusting, dirty mongrel. You made out with your own cousin," Naruto said as Neji was shaking in fear. "We Hyuga have been doing this for years. It's not our fault you couldn't satisfy the heiress, Lady Hanabi," Neji said with a smirk as Naruto ripped his eyes out and started punching him until he was dead. Naruto walked up to Hanabi. "Please, Naruto, take me back. I love you, but I also love them. I just wanted to be liked by the village, by the clan, so I had to love them. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't be an outcast anymore. And now the village loves me because I cheated on you," Hanabi said. "You disgust me, whore. We're over. I won't be seeing you in hell because I'm going to heaven, you cheating little slut. We're over, you stupid whore," Naruto screamed as he used his Omega cannon to blow her up. She screamed in pain as she died. Naruto fell down crying after she died as the other girls hugged him, especially Yariko. Why did she do this? Why did she do this? I did everything for her. So why? Naruto screamed. "Naruto, I will rewind time so that they're back to life because you'll get in trouble with your village if they're dead. But only Hanabi will remember the events that happened." We said rewinding time, but also teleporting Naruto far away so he didn't kill Hanabi and the mongrels again. "I hate her. I hate them all," Naruto said as Goku pulled his little brother into a hug. "Use this as motivation to get stronger. Plus on the bright side, your other girlfriends are loyal to you," Goku said. Yeah, remember the others tried to move to us, but we denied them," Suki and Rose said in unison. "Well, Memma never tried with me. He thinks I'm a demon slut. But I don't care, as long as I'm in love with Naruto and he loves me, we're going to be happy together," Yariko said. Naruto hugged the girls and then went to his older brother Goku. "Thanks guys, that's what I needed. Now let's go and help out Kakarot's world," Naruto said as they grabbed onto Whis, who flew them to Earth. With Beerus, what's taking them so long? Whis must have stopped to try out some food. "And he's not going to bring some back for me," Beerus thought, annoyed, also getting angry and impatient at waiting for Naruto to arrive. Suddenly, a white light enveloped the area and out came several figures. The figures were Naruto, Goku, Whis, yariko, suki and Rose as they all walked out of the light. Ah, so they brought young Naruto, I see, Beerus said. Unknown to everyone, Beerus was actually watching over Naruto. Well, Goku, now that your brother is here, let's do the ritual, but I don't want the ritual to be done on you since you made me wait so long, so it will be done on young Naruto instead, and he will be the one to become the Super Saiyan God, you understand? Beerus said threateningly. Sure thing, Lord Beerus, Goku said. So what do we do now? Naruto asked, as everyone explained the ritual to him. Naruto and the Saiyans all held hands as they all turned into Super Saiyan. Then blue energy started to leak out of the Saiyans as the blue energy then goes into Naruto. As Naruto was surrounded in blue light and he started to float above the other Saiyans as the other Saiyans turned back to their base forms. The blue glow dies down to reveal Naruto with green hair but with red tips at the end. He hasn't changed his looks. He looks the same, the pig known as Oolong said. Yeah, but look at his hair. It's green with red tips, Homer said. It's weird, I can't feel his energy, Goku said. Alright everyone, give them some space, the fight's about to start, Whis said. Naruto-kun is amazing, Yariko said. Unbelievable, what power, Suki said. I can't feel his ki or chakra, but the pressure alone makes me feel inferior and wet, Rose said. Naruto-kun, beat him, they all yelled. Naruto was enveloped in a red and orange fiery aura as Naruto charged up Beerus with a punch, as Beerus was sent flying back a few feet, but the area around him was destroyed. Beerus winced in pain as he felt pain from his wrist stopping Naruto's punch. So tell me, how does it feel to become a god? Beerus asked. It feels incredible, Naruto said. I see, so it surprises you. It's taking you time to fathom what you can do, Beerus said. As the others, as they flew up and started to punch each other, causing shockwaves throughout the universe. You seem disappointed, don't you like being a deity? Beerus said. It's not the power, it's what it took to get it. It's a level of strength I can't reach on my own, Naruto said. And this limit, it disturbs you? Beerus asked, confused. Why would the Saiyan not want to have his god power, no matter how he got it? Yeah, Naruto said as they continued clashing. Beerus was now avoiding most of Naruto's hits and getting angry. Aren't you grateful? Aren't you happy to have friends willing to help you become a god? Beerus said as he kicked Naruto, who blocked it with his arms. Of course I am, but I spent most of my life trying to be the strongest, and now I find out there's a level of strength that I can't reach on my own, and that just makes me angry, Naruto said. I hate it. I hate the fact that this universe is so unfair that I can't achieve this god power by myself, Naruto said. If that's so, then why did you agree to it, using this ritual rather than fighting on your own? Beerus said. Because this way, at least I have a chance, Naruto said. Naruto and Beerus then engage in taijutsu until Beerus knocks him into a ravine. They both stop fighting. This power, how can someone be so strong? Yariko asked. You're right, woman. This power that Naruto has is amazing. They've stopped, Goku said. The way this fight is progressing, it's like Beerus is training Naruto, Piccolo said, as Rose nodded. You should know that I'm not satisfied. I've only been using 45% of my power right now, Beerus said. Well, I've been going about 55% myself, Naruto said. Well, let's see what you do against this, Beerus said as he raised his power level and started charging towards Naruto, punching him in the face while Beerus kept on avoiding Naruto's punches. He then kept punching Naruto while avoiding Naruto's punches. Taking me seriously now? Beerus yelled. Naruto then loses his Super Saiyan God form. You're about to find out, Naruto said as Naruto was back in his base form. As Naruto blocked a kick from Beerus and punches from Beerus, Naruto then punched Beerus, sending Beerus back into rubbles, but then Beerus kicks him, sending him flying into rocks. Beerus then starts shooting ki blasts at Naruto. So we're using ki blasts now, Naruto said. Blast, of course we're using blast. You're fine to live, Beerus said. Naruto then started to get trapped in rubble and huge boulders. I will not let you destroy this world, Naruto yelled as his hair turned green. Naruto was now in his legendary Super Saiyan form. Naruto and Beerus then flew out of the ravine with unseeable speeds. Piccolo then sees Naruto. He's changed. He's in trouble. He's dropped from his god form to a Super Saiyan? That's not what a Super Saiyan looks like, Piccolo said. Beerus screams as he punches Naruto in the face, who retaliates by punching Beerus back in the face. They go higher and higher. They were aiming for leaving the Earth's atmosphere. while punching and kicking each other and headbutting each other as well. So fast. Can you see this, Vegeta? Goku asked. No, Kakarot, I'm lost. Your brother is so fast, Vegeta said. Out of Earth's atmosphere, you see shockwaves from punches and kicks that are made by Naruto and Beerus as they punched each other and kicked each other. Naruto and Beerus then punched and kicked each other. They both avoided each other's hits until Naruto punches and teleports behind Beerus, punching him, and then he teleports in front of Beerus, punching him, and then he teleports once again, firing a riot javelin, catching Beerus in a huge explosion. The dust and light clears to see a heavily injured Beerus who charges at Naruto. Be proud, Saiyan. Only my master Whis has damaged me this much. Do you think a mortal will be strong enough to reduce me to this state? Beerus said as he unleashes 80% of his power as the universe begins to shake. You're the first mortal to push me this far. Be proud, Beerus said, as he starts to beat on Naruto, who is using his 100% legendary Super Saiyan form. Naruto couldn't block Beerus because Beerus' speed and power were too much now. Evidently, you haven't realized it yet, but your god form expired long ago. You went back to some different version of the Super Saiyan some time ago, Beerus says. Do you think you're able to match my 70% power with just your normal Super Saiyan form? What? But how am I fighting you then without getting my ass kicked? Naruto asked, confused. How is he fighting the god of destruction without his god form? It seems that when you fought me with Super Saiyan God, your body learned from the experience. Just feeling that power was enough for your body to adapt to the power. So now, even though you're not in your Super Saiyan God form, your power is equal to it, or near equal to it. You're a true prodigy like none other, Beerus said with lots of respect in his voice. Beerus then makes a spear of destruction, firing it at Naruto. You should be proud and happy. The power is all yours like you wanted, Beerus says. I would be happy if your attack wasn't going to destroy my brother's home world, Naruto yelled, trying to push back the attack. Beerus then fires a finger beam at his attack. Then give up, accept your fate, Beerus says, as the spear starts to expand when Beerus' finger beam hit it, consuming Naruto and growing until it was nearly as big as the earth itself. Naruto then drops to his base forms as he screams out in pain. Naruto begins to see flashbacks of his lovers, Yariko, Suki and Rose. He sees his family, Kakarot and Gine, Bardock, and Kakarot's son, and then he sees these nice people, the Z fighters who helped him out. He then lets out a roar as his hair turns green with red tips again. The fiery aura that once surrounded him returns as Beerus' attack is destroyed, as Naruto was once again in his Super Saiyan God form. Naruto then charges towards Beerus, punching him and starting to beat him down. Beerus starts to charge up to 90% as he and Naruto are match to match, as Naruto's power continues to grow because of his legendary Super Saiyan powers. Omega Blaster, Naruto says as he shoots a beam at Beerus, the beam then consumes Beerus as it looks like Beerus was destroyed. Beerus was nowhere to see as suddenly a white light erupts from where Beerus was meant to be, and out comes Beerus with silver eyes and blue aura, or blue and purple aura. Naruto charges at him with taijutsu, but Beerus dodges them all. You think you, a mortal, forced me to use Ultra Instinct? You truly are something else, Beerus says with a huge amount of respect, but then he knocks out Naruto with a single chop to the neck. Beerus then runs out of Ultra Instinct as he was barely able to stand, as Beerus was caught by Whis and Naruto was also caught by Whis before he could fall to earth. Naruto was knocked out. After a few hours, Naruto wakes up as Beerus then aims a blast at earth, shooting the earth with the power he has remaining, the actual power he has remaining, destroying only a small rock. I can't believe this mortal forced me to use that much power. I barely have enough power left to stand, Beerus says. Well then, it seems like I have no power left to destroy the earth. Well, I'll come back another time and destroy it. Let's go, Beerus says. Of course, Lord Beerus. And Naruto, I'll be happy to train you and the other Saiyans. So Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Naruto, do you accept my offer of learning to use divine power? Whis asks. I accept, Goku says. I won't let Kakarot or his brother surpass me. I'm the principal Saiyans, Vegeta says. I'll train. I realized I'm weak and I couldn't protect the world. And now that I'm having a daughter, I need to be strong for her, Gohan says. Naruto then comes up and says, but guys, that's all for today. Peace. Peace.